Good morning, angels. Good morning, good morning, good morning, angels. How is everybody today? A thumbs up? Thumbs up for everyone? You're all well and safe? Thumbs up, Howard, thumbs up. Everybody is well. Thank you, God. So here we are, 1 week before we tie Raki. 1 week before our Raki celebration. So let's all just think about that for a moment and think about the fact of what Raki is, what Raki means, what it symbolizes. The bracelet that will be tied on your wrist is a bond of love. It's a bond of protection. It's a bond of caring. It's a bond of connecting to the Supreme Soul and giving a promise to God for your transformation for the next year. So it started out many, many years ago in India. It was a bond between a brother and a sister, and it evolved over the years to be a bond between you and the Supreme Soul, God, Allah, Shiv Baba, Bashem, any word you call it, your higher power. That is a bond of truth, of love, of protection under his umbrella of protection. And that's what it is. It's a bond. Make a connection to our Father and make a promise for your transformation for the next year. So all my angels aren't quite here yet, but I know we'll get there and we'll get here. Wasn't that a beautiful piece of music that was playing right then? It was just special. It's called Daydream. It's on YouTube. And if you like it, you can get onto it and actually you can play it for yourself when you're meditating. I don't know why I'm looking to the side here. There, that's better. So it's a bond that we make to God, a promise. And it's silent. No one has to know your promise. Your promise is between you and the Supreme. So be thinking about it all week because our Raki celebration is on Saturday, August the 27th at 4 p.m. over Zoom, the same number that you use every Tuesday morning. So do come and be with us, and a blessing will be read to you. I have my blessing already for this year. It's beautiful. I'll read it to you. Your authenticity inspires souls to become who they are and no longer struggle to be who they were not. That was my Raki promise and blessing. Not promise, but my blessing for this coming year. So let's, as we get together, let's all meditate to start out. Our theme today is share your light. If we all had a pencil, I'd have you put your, right here on your soul, where your soul is, I'd have you put a tiny little mark to say that's where your soul is. That's where your third eye is. And when they say to open your third eye, it's right here. Good morning, Roz and Howard and Arlene and Sue. It's a pleasure that you're here. Shoshana, Grisald, and my daughter Debbie, and I can't see who else is on. Maybe Roz, you'll tell me. Let's see who else is on today. Maria is here. Helene. Let's see.
Charlie.
Christina, you're here. Now I see that picture is John Legend. Of course I see that. Berta, so good that you're here with us. I love that. And Charlie and Griselle and so many. It's beautiful to have you all here. Good morning, good morning, good morning, angels. So our theme today is light. You are the light. You are the light of your soul. And you're filled with that beautiful light, which we want to share with everybody. Filled with that beautiful light that we can share with everybody. So let's start today. Let's start our meditation.
Visualize yourself standing by the shore of the sea, looking out onto the vast seas. And as the waves toss over one another, let your emotions surface and merge into the waves. Watch your emotions gently soften and foam and lose momentum. As calmness emerges from turbulence, stand still and absorb the tranquility of the scene. Inhaling the calmness and serenity. And exhaling any remaining restlessness. With each breath, feel your mind becoming clearer and clearer. Feel a sense of clarity set in. As you stand still, standing tall, like a lighthouse, let your focus remain stable and steady. Feel lighter and brighter. Let your inner light expand. And like a lighthouse, spreading beams of light into the world. Spread the light of hope in all directions, illuminating the way for others, empowering them on their journey.
Here we are, all back. Wasn't that beautiful? The lighthouse. Roz and Jack used to live across from a lighthouse in Coral Gables. Was it Coral Gables, Roz, where you first lived? And they lived across from a lighthouse. Was it a working lighthouse? No, it was just a beautiful lighthouse. Well, that's what we're talking about today, sharing our light with the world, because there's so much peacelessness and so much unhappiness and so much tragedy out there in the world that we have to be strong and we have to be viable and we have to be courageous to share our light, Now, maybe you think that when you share your light, you won't have enough for yourself, but you are filled with white, beautiful light from God, and you have the bond of protection over you that keeps you safe and that keeps you strong. So let's all remember that as we meditate today. There are people that need our help and our thoughts and our blessings sent to them so they get well. I know one person for sure on with us today hurt a foot, and she needs our blessings and our good wishes to send to her. So the next meditation, while you're doing it, be sure that you send that light, that beautiful light that you are, to all the world and to all our meditators here with us together. So let's meditate again.
I am light, I am untethered. The great illusion of the current time is this. We know we cannot depend on the world out there. We cannot reliably derive happiness from our work or wealth. Yet, we cling to the hope that even if it doesn't work for other people, it will work for me. Another aspect of this illusion is the belief that we will derive only happiness from a status or appearance without major stress. However, material life is a two-sided coin. If we enjoy the pleasure, we must suffer the inevitable pain. Although all rational indicators point otherwise, we hope that that mirage I'm seeing must be a mirage for other people, but for me, it will magically be an oasis. That material life will satisfy me even though it seems to frustrate everyone else. This illusion is rooted in the belief that we are the body. And because the body operates in the world of matter, our mind believes that we should look in the physical world for fulfillment. To be conscious and courageous, we need to understand our true identity as spiritual beings. So, are you ready? Let's meditate. Just for a few moments, rest your eyes on any point in front of you. It could be the corner of a bookcase or table, or a point on the wall. With a relaxed gaze, focus on that point. Simply breathe in and out, slowly, while gently resting your gaze on that point. You're not thinking of doing anything in this moment. All you're doing is gently focusing on the point in front of you. If any thoughts come, just watch them as you would watch traffic go by. Let them come and go. Watch them pass by as you would watch scenery from a moving car. This gentle focus on a point is allowing your breath to slow down and your body to relax. As your mind slows down, you begin to notice what is real and true about yourself. You are pure, conscious light, weightless and untethered. You live in the body, but are not made of matter. You are spirit, soul, a luminous being of light. Now gently return your attention back to that focal point in your room. Let your body relax and just watch the thoughts in your mind before gently directing them back to the essence of you, the soul, a being of pure light, free and weightless. Just keep repeating this thought silently. I am spirit, I am light, I am untethered. I am spirit, I am light, I am untethered. Again, gently turn your attention to that focal point in your room and let your body relax while breathing in and out slowly. Now watch the thoughts in your mind before gently directing them back to the essence of you, the soul, a being of pure light, free and beyond the physical. Just keep repeating this thought silently. I am spirit, I am light, I am untethered.
I am spirit. Say it in your mind. I am spirit. I am light. I am untethered. You're not caught up. I am spirit. I am light. I am untethered. You're not bound. Your soul right here is free and can fly. So when obstacles come, just like I've said before, the rock in the ocean, the water doesn't stop. It goes over the rock and it goes continually on. The water continues on. I am spirit. I am light. I am untethered. That was Sister Shireen from Tampa. And she was with us several years ago to Tairaki. And that was beautiful, a beautiful moment. It was done here at Hillcrest in the smaller room, and it was beautiful. Yes, Roz, you're shaking your head. Yes, it was beautiful. Share with us, Roz, today. Turn on off your mic, unmute.
Good morning, everyone. Etta gave a very nice introduction to Raki. Most of you have had the pleasure of tying the thread of love. This year, more than ever, several, Howard, Arlene, others, have told me their Raki stayed on their wrist for a full year. I'm not sure if it's the better string they're using in India to make it last, or there goes
Look,
Howard
Howard
showing
still has
Raki.
his
Thank
on.
you, Howard. Or if it's that with the times we're wanting to stay in the awareness that we're under God's protection. I especially like thinking everything is happening for me and not to me. Just that one little word makes a big difference. When you think, oh no, this is happening to me again, that's the victim consciousness. That doesn't permit you to sparkle and shine. And when you have the awareness that the universe is conspiring in your favor, then that makes all the difference. I wanted to share a thought. Years ago, I went to a conference on stress reduction, and most of the people in the large hall were nurses, and it sort of had that slant for medical. And they instructed us on the ideal performance state when they did research on winners in all fields of life, whether it be sports or engineering or anything else. They found that they had in common the following words, which I'm going to read to you. And these words put you into the ideal performance state. And these words help you make the best decisions. Your discrimination is sharpest. And that's what we need now. We need sharp discrimination. So when you're relaxed and calm and anxiety-free with high energy, effortless, automatic, alert, in control and focused. And that is exactly what meditation does for you. You have to stay free from the opposites. And I always like to read from the Louise Hay calendar, which I've been saving since 1994, just to read to you. And today's thought in this calendar is so beautiful. As a beloved child of the universe, I deserve a happy life, and I do what is necessary to give it to myself. I consider all options and appreciate my ability to choose my thoughts. Favorable circumstances come easily to me. That last line could be your Iraqi promise, to constantly have the awareness that favorable circumstances come easily to me. And that could just be summarized by the one word, for me. Everything is happening for me. So it's a beautiful blessing. Louise Hay passed away many years ago, but she leaves on her all her beautiful work and inspiration. So just a reminder, what Etta said, we're having our big Raki Rosary of Blessing celebration this Saturday, 4 p.m. Remember, we're the fan club. We're fans of peace, of love, of joy, and contentment. That could be a Raki promise. I promise to be aware that I'm a fan of peace, of love, of joy, and contentment. Or just, I'm a fan of love. Stay cool. Om Shanti.
Pretty. Thank you. Thank you, Raz. So let's meditate about that and be sending light and love to all the people of this universe and to our meditators too.
To log out. This also helps us to sleep well, to sleep peacefully and restfully. And if I learn how to put the mind to sleep properly, then the next morning truly is a new morning and a new day. The last thoughts at night have a connection with the first thoughts the next morning. Life is a complete 24-hour cycle every day. What I do during the day has an impact upon the thoughts and dreams at night. And so if I pay attention to starting the day well and also ending the day well, then it allows the mind to be free from unnecessary thoughts and allows the dreams also to be peaceful, to be relaxed. And so let us understand how to put the mind to sleep, night, and how to start the day fresh every morning. As the day draws to a close, I wish to put the day behind me. For the few minutes before going to sleep, I allow the mind to wind down, to be silent, and to let go of the thoughts and the events that I have witnessed during the day. Before going to sleep, let me talk to myself and let me listen to myself in silence. I remind myself, life is a theater, and today's theater is closed. Whatever happened today, something good, something bad, perhaps I did something great, or maybe I made some mistake. Perhaps I was criticized, or maybe I was praised. Whatever happened today, all of that is in the past. The curtain has been drawn on the performance of today's theater of life. And so with these thoughts, I allow the mind to be emptied of the scenes and scenarios of the day. I allow the mind to be light and free. And I just remind myself, I, the spiritual being, I, the soul, my eternal nature is peace, silence. And that is all that matters. The theater, the drama changes every day. But my peace is what is with me always. I choose to multiply the events of the day by 0. And I release all thoughts of the day and allow the mind to experience a deep and restful sleep.
I don't know what happened. I lost the screen.
What?
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Hi, Jamila. I didn't see you before. Hello. Hello, hello. Roz, you never sent me the recording you were going to send to me. I never got it. Okay.
I did, I sent it. I did.
Well, you might have to play it from there, maybe.
Okay.
We're talking about Jamila she sang for us and made a recording, and somewhere, I never saw it. Otherwise, I would be playing it.
When troubles come and my heart burning to be, I am still waiting in the silence until you come and still lie with me. You raise me up so I can stand up. You raise me up to walk I am strong when I am on your shoulders. Raise me up to more than I can. It's like it's a thing. You raise me up so I can stand on the test. You raise me up to almost holy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can. You raise me up so I can stand on the test. You raise me up to walk on your seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. Raise me up to more than I can. You raise me up so I can stand the test. You raise me up to walk on your seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can. Raise me up to more than I can.
Beautiful, beautiful. There's Jamila right in the middle there. Beautiful. You will have to send it to me again, and so I'll be able to put it in for our Iraqi music. It's beautiful. Thank you, Jamila. Beautiful.
Thank you.
That is, of
Thank you.
course,
I'm
a
honored.
song that's, what, dear? It's,
Yeah, I'm honored to be here because I'm actually away from home. I'm on the cruise ship, and I've never been able to come on Zoom during the cruise while I'm on a contract. And it's just kind of nice to see you all today and to hear the song. So I'm in Canada.
thank
Yeah,
you,
the ship
dear.
is-
Your
yeah.
voice
Thank
is
you.
beautiful. And you're a
Thank
big,
you.
we have a lot of talents in our little group here. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
So now, because you had us all lifted up, we're going to meditate again.
Hello. Hello. Can I help you? Very good. What can I do for you? Is this recording?
I
Hello,
quieten
hello.
down and step out of the maze of stressful thinking and doing. I begin to tap into my innate spiritual roots. Roots that are sometimes used, but also very often forgotten. Because the dragons of doubt, of anger, of worry eclipse them. I decide to become stronger. I decide
Hey, what's
to
going
direct
on?
my life as I wish. I decide to
Yeah.
choose a better way to live. I realize
Yeah, why not?
that I can conquer the dragon of fear who seems to wait in so many corners of my life. I use the weapon of wisdom, the weapon of determination. I become confident, assertive, no matter what, no matter who comes as an obstacle. I will not be submissive or intimidated by anything or anyone fearful, angry, or pessimistic. I understand I have the power of both self-respect and peace to deal with any situation, any person. In my awareness, I remember always my original roots, my original powers. I remember that I am a hero actor within this play of life.
Oh my God.
According to time and destiny, I have the right to be here and to express what I am. No need to fear the lack of approval of others. No need to fear rejection or criticism. Let me understand and simply have the courage to do. And through the doing, through the action, I learn what I need to learn. I achieve what I have to achieve. I realize that until I act,
I got some shopping to do
Until
back there.
I
I
do,
couldn't do it. I can't
I
hit the
cannot
phone when I'm
learn.
back there with the machine on.
I cannot find well-being.
Yeah, just
I
these
cannot find
six
fulfillment.
things.
I cannot have victory over the obstacles.
So where should I go snorkeling instead of Red Wing Park? I'm right this down.
With deep faith and determined thought,
Yeah.
I would go
I
right by
firmly
where I'm
do
at on commercial.
what I have to do.
Commercial pier.
I
What's
courageously
commercial
say
pier?
what I have
Better
to
to go
say.
south from the pier. And
How far?
Gradually,
I'll show you. I got a map.
I realize
And there was something else you were
that
talking
my
about.
greatest
I forgot where
weapons
else we were meant
to
we were talking
conquer
about.
Not Red
any
Wing.
dragon, whether doubt
Please go on
or
mute.
fear
Someone's having a
or
telephone
passivity
conversation.
are peace,
Blue
Everyone,
Heron
trust,
Bridge.
and especially
Where's that at?
That's
the
West
power of
You were
decision.
going up there to pick up your dog or something when I was talking about
I
that
need to be
spot.
clear with myself
That's a cool spot.
what I really want from my life. And then next, I choose
So
and
this is the
decide
pier right here.
the course of appropriate action.
And right here, this is all reef right here.
Giving
That's
permission
excellent.
to
Like,
myself
beautiful.
to
And the
make
water's more
mistakes,
clear on the south side of the pier.
Okay.
but being willing
Well,
to
really,
learn
you're not even swimming
at
out
every
as
step.
far as the whole pier. It's like, you know, a little bit past halfway,
I-
it'll start.
the hero of
And
this moment.
just head south. You could go north,
I
but
do
it's
not lose my
better to be
balance
south if the current isn't pulling
All right,
you.
cool.
through getting
Yeah, it's all
entangled
you need is fins
in
and a
wasteful
map.
talk
You know, that's all you need. You
Alright.
don't
or
need anything else.
hopeless thinking. I do not lose my self-respect
Yeah, I'm gonna
by
try those
getting
months
influenced
where I was gonna
by
type
the
those-
negative vision or
Alarm went
words
off.
of others towards me.
Nah, I didn't want to go by myself too. My wife
Do
would-
not lose my
They probably
aim
got up, but-
just because others do not believe in
last time we
it.
went, there was a lot of jellyfish.
Ridicule it.
So you might have to wear like a shirt. You know?
Jellyfish
do
season.
what I
I'll
have
wait
to
until after
do.
the season.
Yeah, she got bit
And
on
grow
her
through both
legs. But I was wearing like I was
success
covered.
and failure,
Like, I wear like a
You know what
praise
you do? You're supposed
and
to pee on it.
defamation.
yeah. They said pee on it.
Vinegar.
Vinegar. Yeah.
Out of fear,
My
I
girl
must not
wants
become
to,
rigid.
my two daughters live in
Let
Seattle.
me remain flexible.
So one of their friends is going away for a couple months.
I know someone
She's
just said,
renting his apartment. So she wants to know if he wants it for a month.
Out of anger,
Yeah, why not?
let me not become hard,
So we're gonna spend a month in
Stop it.
Seattle.
Oh, that's awesome.
but keep peaceful and respectful to all.
It's
That's
legal.
good because it's long, but it's not too long.
It's
you know?
legal.
Oh, nice.
Out
Yeah.
of selfish
I go walk into a
ambition,
store.
Right, walking around.
let me not become
Yeah,
It's
the
cool
legal-
too, 'cause the
calculating
atmosphere, like it seems like everybody's
and ruthless.
like there's more cooler environments when
Maintain
everybody smokes. It seems like
a respect for the rights of others.
Chicago was pretty cool when they were legal there.
Out of insecurity, let me not be lost
Yes, yeah.
in comparisons and competitiveness, but value the uniqueness of each one and of the self. These heroic gestures in each moment of each day conquer all the dragons. No crisis is so huge. Nothing is that bad that I, the hero, cannot
You know, that reef,
face.
the water's only maybe
transform.
10 feet deep, right around there.
I can.
That's a high tide. It might be like 15.
I can transform it. Always I can. Because from my spiritual roots, my soul self, I will always find the resources to meet the needs and challenges of living. I can, I always can connect to the divine source, to the divine friendship. I can take that power. I can take that blessing, which makes my task easier and more successful. That divine friend that believes that I can be that hero, the hero that creates the well-being, not only of the self, but of others.
Ah, that was beautiful. And whoever has their microphone on, that was extremely distracting and disrespectful. Someone was talking on the telephone, but it was a test to see if we could remain focused on what we were listening to. So whoever that was, it was extremely distracting. And please, whenever you do come on, with us on Tuesday morning or for Racky, please mute your microphone because it is extremely distracting. No, I wish I could mute everybody, but we're using not our own Zoom. So I can't do it and Roz can't do it, but it is distracting and disrespectful in a way that makes others not be able to clearly hear the meditation. Well, that was Creating a Hero by Brother Anthony Strana, and he's an angel now, and he is really perfectly in the home with God, and he is a beautiful soul. He left the body several years ago, but he left us with so much material to be able to listen to. And I'm sorry that you were distracted, but it is a test paper. We call those test papers. We have to learn to focus right on the here and now, and whoever was talking on their telephone, we didn't hear them. We were concentrating on the meditation. So that was how the dragons in your mind, Brother Anthony was telling us, the dragons of doubt and fear and distraction and disrespect, we can conquer them with love and peace and joy that we have in our minds. So let's just remember that. Let me see if I can see who might have been on their telephone. I don't know who it might have been, but whoever it was, we ask that you next time, please stay off your phone. And until you're done, this is only an hour every Tuesday morning, and Roz and I work hard to put it all together. So you think so? Well, I don't know. Brother Charlie knows not to be on the phone, so I don't think it was him. But anyway, that's past already. That's in the past. It's gone. Forget it. Now we are in the now, and we're going to stay in that spot of light, 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 light. Yes, Roz.
Before playing the next meditation, I'd like to get an idea of who thinks they're going to be on the meditation on Saturday. Or maybe I need to phrase the question the other way. Who doesn't think they'll be on? I know Arlene can't make it. Helene, you're going to be on? Helene, no, Helene will not. Maria, just shake your head, yes or no. You don't have to speak. Maria will be on. Howard, he's not sure, he told me. Okay, who else?
Hildy's on today. I hope Sue will be on. And Shoshana and Charlie.
Shoshana, will be able to make it on Saturday? We don't see your face.
It's at 10:30 sorry. I was reading good,
Yeah.
Will, you'll be on.
Yeah, they're leaving a message.
It's
in chat.
4
That's
o'clock
good.
Saturday afternoon with the same code. We will send out a notice. So if I do not have your email, please send it to me. It will be 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon, this Saturday, the 27th at 4 o'clock. And we'll hear Jamila sing again. I hope Debbie will be on. Good, I hope so. And all is well. All is well. So the people that I get, Flor, I see that you're on with us today. Let's see who else is here today with us. No, I don't want that. Let's see. Giselle, will you be on with
Giselle.
us on Saturday? Mita, hi Mita. Raquel, Marcel, will you be on with us on Saturday? Mita's a thumbs up, good. Thank you, Marcel. Good. Thank you, Berta. That would be wonderful. And Hildy, you'll be with us on Saturday. And Lourdes, will you be
Yes.
with us on Saturday? I
Yes, I'll
hope
be
so.
on. Yes.
I hope so. That's great. Thumbs up from everyone. And what we'll do, we have Sister Mary from Chicago coming to do a little meditation and speak to us. And then we will highlight everybody and have your blessing read to you. And then either if you're near to Roz or to myself, you come and you can have your bracelet tied, or Ganga, near Ganga's home. You can come and have your bracelet tied. Good, Shoshana. I'm so glad you'll be there. So that's wonderful. We have a great group, and whoever comes on will come on with us. And that's it. And remember, focus, focus, focus. Don't let things distract you in your thoughts. I think I have a meditation I'm going to play now about thoughts. Let's see if I have it here.
One way to separate this out
Wait, let's
is by seeing
start over.
there is a simple mental exercise that has the potential to improve your everyday life. But much like an exercise program, it can take consistency and dedication. This technique is related to many concepts: mindfulness, presence, awareness. But for this lesson, I am calling it catching your thoughts. Isn't it strange to realize that virtually all of us have a voice in our head, creating a narrative nearly every moment of every day? We might feel like we have full control over these thoughts, but when you really bring your attention to it, you will realize how often the thoughts begin to wander and spiral out of our control. One way to separate this out is by seeing conscious or unconscious thoughts. As an example, let's say you're running late for work one morning. A useful conscious thought might be simply, I need to get to work as soon as possible. Now, a situation like this might also be when your unconscious thoughts begin to take over. As you are hurried and driving to work, your thoughts might sound like this: I really let my coworkers down. My boss is going to be so upset. This totally ruined my day. Everyone will think I'm a failure now. Or your mind might even go to thinking, I'm such a failure. I always screw up. How can I be so stupid? I'm the worst. Notice how these thoughts can spiral so quickly, creating made-up scenarios about the future, or even strongly self-critical comments. Our thoughts take a tough situation and make it much worse in our mind. Having control over our unconscious thoughts can help us to avoid unnecessary thought spirals. And ultimately, what becomes a pain and suffering created solely by our mind. By catching our thoughts, we can more effectively recognize our mistakes and then take appropriate action without the heavy burden of those unconscious thought spirals. Then you can deal with the situation as it comes. These thought spirals can happen in many scenarios, not just when we make a mistake. It can happen in times of illness or loss. It can especially happen in times of stress or feeling overwhelmed. And it can happen in normal, everyday moments. maybe when we least expect them. We are all different, and we all experience unconscious thought patterns in unique ways. So then, how do we practice and improve this? A good starting point is doing short, maybe 5-minute silent meditation sessions. Sprinkle them throughout your day and use them as a way to simply breathe, focusing on your breath and observing your thoughts, becoming present. As I often explain in my meditation sessions, whenever you recognize a stray thought, just observe it. Then, without judgment, let it drift away. No need to attach yourself to it. No matter how big or small the thought is, the goal is to bring yourself back to the present moment and regain control of your unconscious mind. It may help you to set an alarm. You can try starting with a short session a few times a day. Just like with an exercise regimen, what may seem like a chore at first will likely gradually yield positive results that you are inspired to keep improving upon. In your practice, when you do catch a thought, give yourself a mental pat on the back. Then remain present and just keep doing it again and again. You may find you do this even when you are not strictly meditating or focused on it. Practice really does make perfect. You may just realize that you start to live more in the moment and develop a greater sense of contentment in the coming weeks and months. Even if life isn't always going perfectly. I will leave links to more resources in the description. And please be sure to comment and let me know how you plan to practice catching your thoughts and find more peace in the present moment. Keep on catching those thoughts, and I hope you'll join me for my next meditation session videos soon.
You see, that was a good meditation to explain to you how to, when you have thoughts that are wasteful, how to catch them, see them, and just let them go. That's the best way to catch any of the thoughts that are unnecessary, any of the thoughts that are not reliable to the moment. Any of the thoughts, just focus on them. Don't absorb them and just let them go. So if you're thinking about yourself, or if you're not feeling up to par, or your mind is tethered with a lot of unnecessary things to think about, let them go. See them and let them go. It's a beautiful way to think about it. I have another one I want to play to you. Hold on one more minute.
Window at the scurrying people. Suddenly he saw a lonely man sitting in the middle of the crowd, who was smiling and looking happy about something. This man was dressed poorly, and except the saucer for handouts and the road script, he had nothing else besides him. The king rode past him and soon forgot what he saw. After a few days, the king had to go the same way again, where he saw the same man again, completely happy, dozing with blissfully closed eyes. The next day, the king chose the same way on purpose, to see if this man would be in his place. And again, the image was the same. Intrigued, the king was going the same way almost every day. And every time he found this man in the same spirit, smiling. Finally, unable to stand it anymore, the king came out from the carriage and addressed this blissfully happy man with these words. "Why are you always smiling? Almost every day I see you here, and it seems that you are absolutely happy." "Exactly, my master," said the man with a smile. The king was surprised and asked, "Why are you happy? Do you have any money?" "I don't have anything, my master. Maybe during the day, a little bit will fall in for food." "Do you have a home or family?" "Neither this and nor that. I wander the world as the wind." "Maybe then you have good health?" "Absolutely not, my master. From the cold of the night, my bones ache often, and almost all of my teeth have fallen out." "What makes you so happy then? Tell me. Maybe your recipe for happiness will be useful to me. I have everything, but I am unhappy." You see, God never sends more challenges for one person that he can't handle, and burdens a person only with those circumstances which at that moment are most useful for his development. The circumstances in which the person is the place for spiritualization. I accept that the best thing for me now is what I am, where I am, and what is happening with me. I accept it with gratitude and a smile. If necessary, with resistance and patience. And if possible, I try to understand what God is trying to say to me with it, and in which direction should I move with my development. The realization of it doesn't make me absolutely happy, but I have a clear horizon opening in front of me, free from the rainy curtains and filled with the sunny light of awareness. You see, in your life, stop for a moment, whatever you are doing, wherever you are in your life, and let in the sunny light of awareness. Are you aware of what your problems are at the moment, what your challenges are at the moment, and what circumstances you find yourself in at this moment? Close your eyes and understand what life is trying to tell you and in what direction you should move. Meditate and listen inwardly, and your life will become clear to you. This is Dare to Do Motivation, Stories. Thank you so much for watching, and stay blessed.
I love those stories. Dare to Do Motivation. Remember what is happening. You don't have to just keep yourself on the path, the direct path, with the light of God over your head and the light of your soul shining out to everyone. And we share that light, which I will play that music. Ross says, "Is there a song, Share That Light?" And I said, "Yes, there is." Good. I'm glad you liked it, Arlene. Okay, let's listen to this song. Wait, don't have it. Wait, we don't have it.
I was searching, I was looking for meaning. I was wondering, desperately trying only to see I had nothing missing. Who said I have to find who I am? Who said that I am lost to begin with? I am already loved. Everything I need is within me. Each morning when I wake up, I'm grateful for the beauty around me. Life is a gift, I wanna enjoy it. Always proving my worth only destroys it. I am already loved. Everything I need is within me. My motivation can't be validation. I'd always be starving for more affection, the wrong attention, only to feel like I am nothing. Who said I have to find who I am? Who said that I am lost to begin with? I am already loved. Everything I need is within me. Each morning when I wake up, I'm grateful for the beauty around me. Life is a gift, I wanna enjoy it. Who's broken my will, only destroys it. I am already loved. Everything I need is within me. Yeah. Oh yeah. I have nothing to find and everything to feel. Only I can define what is meaningful to me. Even when I'm feeling unbreakable, I tell myself to believe I am valuable. I am already loved. Everything I need is within me. Each morning when I'm down, I'm grateful for the beauty around me. Yeah, life is a gift, wanna enjoy it. Moving onward, only destroys it. I am already loved. Everything I need is within me. I am already loved. Everything I need is within me. Each morning when I wake up, I'm grateful for the beauty around me. Yeah. Life is a gift, I wanna enjoy it. Always proving my worth, only destroys it. I am already loved. Everything I need is within me.
Oops. We are. I'm back. Here we are. Okay. What happened here? All righty. Stop. There. I was so excited about that song, I hit the wrong button. That is for everybody. You are already enough. life is a gift for the few special souls that don't know their worth. I am telling you, you are already enough. You are beautiful. You are positive. You are wonderful. You are filled with light. Share it. Share it with everybody you see. Remember and say it to yourself. I am already enough. Until next week and in between, Racky on Saturday at 4 p.m. A notice will go out to you. If I don't have your email, send it to Roz or send it to me. A notice will go out. Hi, Flor. You are already enough. You are beautiful. You are positive, and every one of you. And I want to see, wait, that's done. There's my daughter, Debbie. You are enough. And Mita, you are enough. You are beautiful. You are positive. Marcel, William, Melanie, Lourdes, a few iPhones that come up, Shoshana, Berta. It's wonderful that you joined us. You are so beautiful, each one of you souls. And remember that, say it to yourself. I am already enough. I don't have to prove myself to anybody. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. I love you all.